You said earlier that El Rodeo will be going under construction for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So Horace Mann took 6 years to completely change.
It did.
So what's the difference between the Horace Mann construction that happened and recently finished and this upcoming El Rodeo construction that's only expected to take 2 years?
Okay, so that's a good question and really kind of a hot button right now with a lot of people in the community. So I wasn't here when they did the construction on Horace Mann. However, when I first started 2 years ago, it was the biggest complaint that I had was coming from parents and teachers because of the ongoing construction. The district made a very good decision, and that was that they wanted to keep the old buildings, and they wanted to gut them out and take out all of the hazardous material, but they wanted to keep the structure and the sovereignty of the schools. That made the project a lot more complex because when you're rebuilding the school, it's an existing site, so you have to bring everything in by cranes, and so it makes it a lot more complex. It was very difficult on the staff and the surrounding neighbors to have students on that footprint because of the safety issue, and because of the noise, and because there's city limits too on when you can actually do the work. Parents now have said to me and have been very vocal about this. If they would have known 6 years ago that it was going to be this difficult, that they would have said, take us out of the school as well. The difference with El Rodeo is it has a different footprint. So the footprint where El Rodeo is, the building, the actual school building, sits directly in the center of the campus. Horace Mann was a little bit off to the side, so that they could kind of chunk their work a little bit and work on sections, but El Rodeo is like right in the center. And since, as I mentioned, they're keeping the building, the actual building, it's the portables right now where the students are all around in a kind of a circle. It's not safe. I mean, could it be done? Yes. Is there a larger risk that there could be a safety issue? There is. And then there's some other things too. The construction is, the escalation for pricing in construction is about 20% each year. So a project like El Rodeo was going to take like 5, maybe 6 years, like Horace Mann. By doing it in 2 years, if you move all the students and staff out, the district can turn that building around and remodernize the entire building to look, very much like Horace Mann, and save $16 million because it's all done at once, and reduce that risk for safety. And really the other piece is the learning environment is, not going to be, interrupted. However, everything in life is a trade-off. And so that's hard for the community. And so these are the difficult decisions that I have to make recommendations to the Board of Education, because it's uprooting a community of people to leave their building for 2 years and then come back when it's finished. And I don't take that lightly. I know that that's very difficult. But when I think about the safety and when I think about the learning environment, I know that it's a good decision for everyone. But it's definitely something that's, we just don't take lightly. To get up and move schools, it's a difficult thing.